So now we're ready to order. Let's go through that process and show you how that works. But I'm just going to go to the Design Manager. Customers details are in here. So now I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to go to Order, and it hasn't populated this area. This is a little bit of a bug, but I'm sure it'll be fixed in the very near future. So I just need to put in the customer's details and put in the address as you see fit. Put in all the details. Wow, I can type so quick when it's junk. Comments, whatever you want. This is not relevant to Stulla. It really isn't. They'll never contact your customer, so don't worry about filling that in. Some people get a bit precious about revealing their customers' details to people outside of their business. Don't sweat it. They're never going to contact your customer. They'll only contact you. You are the customer. The reference is whatever reference code you want to use within your business. This could be the customer's name and a number, whatever reference you want to use. So from the top, you could order this ring as a prototype, meaning that would be made in brass and glass, as they call it in America, which is cubic zirconias, crystals and brass with a rhodium plate or gold plate to simulate real jewellery. And if you've seen any of Stulla's samples, they are pretty fine pieces of work. They go through the same process that the ring would go through. The price of those is $150. The time scale is longer though. You're talking around 28 days for production on these, primarily because the precious metals take precedence over that. If you were to order it in silver, the price difference, that's something you'd have to look at. Some people like to order a prototype in addition to the real thing. If this was a very high ticket price order, excuse me, let's say around the 8,000 plus mark, you may want to order a prototype first before you take the plunge and go for the real piece, which I think is a nice idea because they can have both. Semi-finished casting, no gems. So that means you're going to do it all yourself. You're going to set all these gems, source all these stones, the big stone, and set it yourself. Finished casting, no gems. So this is the same as this, but this is all rhodium plated and ready to just have the stones set. This is quite a rough casting, so it's quite matte. The one I'm going to pick is the finished casting set as specified below. So you'll notice here primary metal platinum, secondary metal platinum. If I go over here and change this to what they actually picked, which was, let's have a look, 9 carat white, 18 carat palladium. Let's just come back. Right, this is something we were talking about before. Carat palladium is white gold, has a greyer tone than nickel whites. Palladium is used as the whitener in place of nickel. This metal will meet European standards for purity. This metal is less prone to stress corrosion and is softer compared to nickel than white gold. Unfortunately, in the EEC we have to go with this 18 carat white palladium, which is a term that is quite new to me, as it may be to some of yourselves. So we're ordering it in 18 carat white, 18 carat palladium white gold is what they call it. In the States they don't have the same nickel rules, which is a shame because nickel is so hard wearing. So let's move down. So this is the gem section. If I click each one, it then opens up and asks me what do I want to do about this. Supplied from Stulla, yes. Serialized stone, yes. And the one that I'm ordering is 215390, and that was the one that I picked off their website. The stones on either side this 1.6mm stone. I'd probably not go for serialised that, I'd go for non-serialised type diamond genuine quality. Let's just for argument's sake SI1 SI3, it's GTHI colour, and let's move down. I will supply a stone for setting, no stone supplied to set myself, so it's kind of self-explanatory on that one. Let's go down to the next one, non-serialised, and go through the same MO, SI3 quality G2H, and that's all that done. I can then move down to the hallmarking. Now when it refers to hallmarking, it's not the hallmarking that's done by the assay office in Sheffield, it's the hallmarking that the states do. I always have mine on no quality mark or trademark, but this is purely and simply up to you. Laser engraved quality mark and Stuller's trademark, laser engraved quality mark and my logo, laser engraved quality mark, Stuller trademark and my logo. It's kind of starting to get a little bit busy, especially when you take into account the official hallmark that you'll obliged to do. So I'm leaving it on no quality mark or trademark. Engraving, add custom engraving, so you can actually put something on the inside. So for instance, what can we put? 10, 12, yeah, hold on, 10, 22, 2013. So that's the date that they got, or they proposed or looked for the ring, or what it just happens to be today's date. Put in your style, font size, I always go for medium, and then you can backfill that as well with these various colours. So we're going to go for pink on the inside, and that's nice and enamelled on the inside. This is a band to a previous engagement ring. This is for fitted weds to an engagement ring you've previously purchased from Stuller, so make sure it fits. Additional design notes. There is a warning on here, and any additional design requests or comments written in notes field will delay the quote. A Stuller Cam Services representative will verify the changes and estimate will be delivered within 1 to 3 business days. It is 3 days. This slows things down big time, so be careful with this. It's a bit like triage. Your design will go to the back of the queue. The ones that are not going to give that don't need to be looked at as closely will come first. Ones that have an additional notes, they have to be looked at to make sure to see what you're talking about. Add more than a ring book. If I just view a sample here, this is a really cool book that Stuller will produce for you to accompany the purchase of the ring, and it's a really nice idea of being able to see the ring. And it won't be this ring, it'll be the ring that you've designed with them. It'll show the prototype, it'll show the semi-finished casting, and depending on what you've picked, then it'll show it all gem set and ready to go. Stick your own notes in there. Photograph of the couple, maybe in your shop holding a glass of champagne, which I think would be a nice feature. It's purely and simply up to them. I'd more than likely not give them a choice on that, and I would put the photograph in with your company name in that picture in some shape or form, so when they show their friends they know what a fantastic experience they had with this. So if I click that then, and then click get quote if I haven't made any mistakes, and then there's a disclaimer that you need to read. Assign the quote to whoever you've got in your store, because you can have several users on the product, and submit. So then I'm going to get a estimate sent to my address within a 24-hour period. Now and again it's 48, but it's usually just due to backlog. On the whole, 24 hours. You'll get a pre-generated email from the server to say that I've received your email, and then within the period I've just mentioned you'll get a firm quote with a full breakdown of the cost of that ring made and delivered to your door. So that's ordering. Pretty simple, huh? Thanks a lot then. We're ready for our next video, which is going to be freehand, I believe. See you soon.